What's going on, my beautiful people? Picture this. Your favorite quarterback completes a pass deep down the sideline. And the announcer says, "Man, what a cover two hole shot on that play." And you're at the crib like, "Bro, what is cover two?" Don't worry, this is the video for you. I'm going to teach you guys all about cover two defense, and I'm going to use a video game to do it. As someone who played Division One cornerback for 4 years, I think I know a little something about cover two defense. Now, before we go any further, make sure you like this video, give your boy a follow. Also, tell your sister, your mother, your brother about this channel. Without further ado, let's get into it. So let me give you guys a little tip to help you remember why it's called cover two. It's not foolproof, but most of the time, cover with the number associated after that is how many players are deep on any given play. Cover one, there is one deep safety in the middle of the field. Cover two, two deep safeties. Three, four, you guys get the gist, you know math. Now, what exactly is cover two? It is a zone coverage, which means players are responsible for areas of the field and not a given man. Two deep safeties and then five players underneath. Let's start with the deep safeties. You guys are the deepest of the deep. CJ Gardner-Johnson and Cole Bishop here, they're responsible for deep halves. Basically, from the middle of the field to the sideline, these guys are roaming that area. And my favorite verbiage that I learned at a young age playing DB, if you're this deep half guy, do not let the brown bird poop on your head. Basically, don't let the football get behind you. You keep everything in front of you. You do not let up explosive plays. So these are the two deep players in cover two. Moving on to the cornerbacks, this was one of my favorite coverages to play as a corner. Why? Because you give your legs a break on this play. You're going to be a flat defender, which means you're responsible for this area of the field. But one important thing to note, you just don't want to let players run past you. For example, if Josh Palmer is going to run right down the field, you want to collision him a little bit. Why? Because CJ Gardner Johnson has a long way to go to cover this go ball down the sideline. So it is up to you, as Christian Benford over here, to make sure you collision Josh Palmer, take some speed off that play. So let's move on over to the outside linebackers now and their responsibility. This is going to be Dorian Williams and then D. Alford. He is subbing in, obviously, for the Sam linebacker here. He is going to be the nickel. These are going to be your hook defenders, which means they are going to be 10 to 12 yards down the field, sinking, making sure that they're taking away those dig routes and maybe helping out with the seam balls that we'll break down a little bit later on in the video. And then they are rallying to anything that is underneath. That is their job. We are keeping everything in front of us as well, 10 to 12 yards down the field, maybe even further depending on the down and distance, and we are coming up and making a play if the ball is dinked and dumped in front of us. Now let's move on over to the Mike linebacker. For the Bills' sake, this is going to be Terrell Bernard. He is going to be carrying anything vertical down the field. His job tends to change depending on the exact cover two defense they call, but basically he is responsible for the deep portions in the middle portions of the field. So all in all, it is a two deep coverage, and then if you look underneath, you can divide the field in fifths. As you can see, it's nice and clean based off this Madden diagram. So now let's move on to the pros and cons of playing cover two defense. The first big pro is that you are really good at defending perimeter run. Why? Because these cornerbacks are in the run fit, and they are able to take anything out on the perimeter. Perimeter run, whether that is sweep, toss, whatever the case may be, your cornerbacks are in the run fit. They got to get grimy and nasty to come up and thump in the run game. Also, because you have five players underneath, you should, in theory, be really good against the quick pass, whether that is slants, screens, whatever the case may be. You have five players underneath, two flat defenders, your two cornerbacks, a hook, and then also a vertical player from your Mike. That should, in theory, deter some of the quick game that the offense can throw at you. Now, it isn't all dandelions and roses playing cover two defense. There are some really big weaknesses. The biggest is the fact that you are at a disadvantage in terms of inside run. You only have six players in the box. And if you look at the Bills' O-line, they have a hat for everyone up front. And you got to include Josh Allen and James Cook. Lord have mercy. Barbecue chicken alert. But even if you want to throw D. Alford in here, once again, you have seven players in the box, and then the Buffalo Bills have eight players that you have to account for in the run game. Why is this the case? Because you got two safeties in cover two that are in the parking lot. You're going to be at disadvantage each and every time you run this coverage. So the way you have to get around it is by stunting and doing movement up front to cause some confusion for the O-lineman. But you are at a disadvantage in terms of the numbers from get-go. Also, certain passing concepts give cover two defense problems as well. Four verts. If you're sending four vertical down the field, you only have two deep safeties. Even if you want to include that deep Mike who can run the seam, that's still three deep players. Also, there are ways that the offense can high-low cornerbacks on the perimeter, putting those guys in conflict. Now, for the rest of this video, let's put cover two defense in an actual game to see how it plays out. Also, one thing to be clear as well, it does not matter what personnel grouping you run. Whether you are in goal line package, nickel, quarter, whatever you want to call it, you can run cover two defense. And if he wants to run the ball right now, y'all see that box, barbecue chicken. but he's not. What did I say about cover two? It is really good against defending quick game, outs, bubbles, quick hitches because we have 5 players underneath. He might run the ball and take advantage of the look. If he does, pray for my guys. And that's exactly what I mean. I had 6 players in the box. It was a hat for a hat, barbecue chicken. I know what I said earlier about how the 2 deep safeties are on cover 2 is always the safeties. That's not always the case. You can invert it. Like, for example, right here, Jordan Hancock is playing safety. He's going to be in the flat while Christian Benford is deep. You can invert it depending on the formation. As you can see, good play right there on the perimeter run game. We have cover 2. There's someone in the flat, free hitter for Terrell Bernard to make a play. I need my edge rushers to make a damn play here. Now, TB, I believe, was the hook player on that side. What did I say? 10 to 12 yards down the field, and you are making sure that you keep everything in front of you. And if he's going to throw it behind you like he did right there, you make a play on the damn ball. We're doing our best to help out the numbers game in this cover too. But once again, we are light. We got 6 guys in the box right now, and Purdy's a running third as well. So it's really 6-on-7. But did y'all see though? I stunted the guys up front in the defensive line to hopefully cause some confusion up front, clog some things up. Only a 2 yard gain right there for the offense. We'll take that every day of the week. We're inverting the cover 2 again. So once again, Bishop in the flat, Max Harrison's deep. That is actually a really good concept to beat cover 2. So it high low the corner, which means he's gonna throw something behind him and then something in the flat. Christian Benford chose wrong, bit the cheese in the flat. Brock Purdy threw right behind him to George Kittle for a big game here. He tried it again. Did y'all see he tried to high low the corner over there? This time our safety was all over it. So I hope you guys learned a little something about cover 2 defense today. Thank you guys for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.